weapons-grade material. Locate and destroy the mining equipment.
Hey guys, LevelCap here, and what you're looking at right now is the game Warframe. This game is for the PC. It is a third-person co-op shooter-style game, although there is a lot of melee combat. The characters that you're allowed to play are called Tenno, and these guys are warriors from an old war, and when that war ended, they were all sort of put into cryostasis and sort of left drifting throughout the solar system. You do play in the Earth solar system. You can fight on Mercury, Venus, Mars, all that good stuff. But what's cool about these guys is they got woken back up because there's a race called the Grineer who are sort of coming back around and trying to take over things, and that's who we're fighting right now. So you get woken up from your cryostasis pod, and you're sort of hooked up in this elite fighting force to go back and do run missions and fight against the Grineer. Now, the coolest thing about this game, and what initially drew me in, is the unique and uncompromised art style. Look at the suit I'm wearing. Look at the suits my friends are wearing. Look at the bad guys we're fighting against. They all look bizarre, to put it simply. It's just something that you could see as being a really interesting and elaborate concept sketch that was never really compromised to try and be a little bit more mainstream, a little bit more relatable. They really just look like they took the artist's initial visions and just went, hey, let's put that in the game. That looks awesome. And that's really cool. Not a lot of games do that. Often concept designs just get sort of standardized and sort of washed over with a layer of blandness until it's sort of relatable and doesn't seem to scare anybody. But not Warframe. Warframe, they took all these bizarre concepts and put them all together. Now this Warframe I'm playing right now is called Ember, and you get a whole selection of Warframes that you can unlock and upgrade. And they come with, each one of them comes with 4 different unique abilities, powers. And Ember, as you can guess by its name, is sort of a manipulator of fire. You get a lot of different weird fire abilities. You can launch fireballs, you can create massive auras of flame, you can turn on fire and damage guys around you. It's pretty cool, and you can mess around with a whole bunch of different styles of Tennos too. Right now I just used an ability that basically catches me on fire, makes me more resistant to damage, and constantly hurts people or enemies around me. So it's very useful for, say, a crowd control style play style. As you can see from these videos, I am playing with other players, and you can play with up to 3 other players, so you can have a nice 4-player co-op going, running around completing missions. And some of the Warframes can actually complement each other. Some of them are much more geared towards just being purely offensive, but some of them can actually heal and stuff. So it sort of mixes in this third-person shooter MMO style of a game, and there have been other games out there that have tried to create this, like say Hellgate London, but I think Warframe has really just done such a good job of it so far. It's fun. The bad guys are unique. The further you level up, they become more complex and more interesting, having lots of different abilities. Other bad guys will help out groups of bad guys, and it feels very much kind of like Diablo in a way, where there's a lot of little baddies that you have to kill in order to kill a group of them, or maybe the leader of the group is buffing the whole group, so you have to take out that guy first. You don't want to get too close to certain ones because they have really good melee attacks. Some of them are really effective at long range. So you have to learn all the different kinds of enemies, and then even when you think you've got the enemies figured out, there might be an upgraded version of that enemy that you run into, and it'll throw you a little loop. And this thing I'm fighting here is a boss. Now, not every level has a boss. In fact, there's a lot of different kinds of levels. You can go between just basic missions where you have to sort of raid and kill things, or you have to rescue VIPs. You have to take out a big kingpin boss. Some of them you have to just hold out for a while. So they give you a nice variety of gameplay. At first it feels a little bit easy, but as soon as you try and take your abilities beyond what you're comfortable with, you will get taken out. And right here I did get killed, although I'm in a state where I can be revived by a teammate. It's neat. You can shoot guys with your pistol while you're laying on the ground. You have a limited field of view, but it does allow you to sort of back up your teammate while he's reviving you. You also have the ability to revive even if you do die and your teammate doesn't revive you, but it's going to cost you a little bit of like in-game credits. Now this is a free-to-play game, which is very awesome. I love the new free-to-play models. And what's more is that a lot of the aesthetic things are things that you can buy in-game. Don't seem to be quite as pricey as some of the other free-to-play shooters out there. And you generally get a big pack of stuff when you buy stuff. It's not just like, here, spend $5 on one color that you can use to customize your character. You can spend your money and get a whole palette of colors to use. So it feels like you're getting a little bit more for the money that you spend in this game versus other free-to-play shooters that I've played. Now there definitely is a lot of running and jumping and rolling, and you can even do wall running and jumping off of walls and that sort of thing, which is pretty cool to watch. I will say that the agility system, or at least the system that allows you to do cool backflips and moves, is a little bit tricky to learn. It seems to be pretty easy to like run up a wall, do a backflip off the wall, but when it comes to just jumping up on a ledge, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult to accomplish. So it takes a little bit of learning to sort of master it, but at the same time, that could be good for players who like to have that slightly higher skill level to really do some of the cooler moves and cooler stuff in this game. You're also given a lot of freedom in the way that you want to play this game. Now you have a huge array of Warframes to pick from, each of which have their own abilities, which you don't have to use all of them. You can only pick. You can decide that you only want to pick a few of the abilities and outfit the Warframe with other really cool boosts like increased health or shields and stuff like that. But aside from just picking different Warframes, you can also decide if you want to be more of a ranged player and shoot more with your weapon, or if you want to be more of a melee player. Now, every item in this game ranks up on its own. There's so many different things to rank up. At first it's a little bit confusing, but once you learn the system, it's actually quite cool. So, say I'm using an assault rifle right now. I can use this assault rifle on any Warframe that I decide to pick. And as I level up the assault rifle, it maintains its level, even if I decide to level up a new Warframe and start over that Warframe from level 1. I could still have a level 15 assault rifle that's highly upgraded with a lot of cool mods. Furthermore, there's a lot of interesting weapons that you can actually manufacture on your own. In the game, there's a thing called the Foundry, and you can basically find blueprints off of bosses or NPCs that drop rare items. And once you find these blueprints, if you collect enough of the gear and items required to manufacture these unique weapons, you can craft a weapon that other players can't buy in the market, or it could be very hard to obtain. So you can get a lot of really cool looking unique stuff. It's not to say that the standard stuff isn't cool. It is pretty darn neat, but it's always nice to have that extra layer of customization. Now technically this game is still in beta, but it's an open beta and it feels very final in many aspects of it. And what's great about betas is they keep adding lots of new stuff all the time. And because this is going to be a free-to-play MMO, you can pretty much expect to get a lot of stuff added to the game frequently. One of them is a PvP system, so if you want to try out your Warframe and your skills against another player, you can do that. Overall, I'm really enjoying this game. I love the uncompromised artistic vision, and I'm really looking forward to exploring new levels. And if you want to check it out, there is a link in the video description that'll take you to the website. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.